Hi there, I'm Daniel from ByTheBrush Miniatures, and today I'll be showing you how you can paint rotten flesh. So this is the model I'm going to be using for today's tutorial, and as you can see I've primed the model in grey cere, which I would recommend you do as well, but you can do it in Wraithbone. I just think for this specific model at least it is best to use grey cere. So that's because the first layer that we're going to be applying is just a regular layer of Orruk Flesh, and just apply this normally, just as you would any other contrast paint, all over everywhere where you want this effect to be applied. So once you're all done with that, the next paint we're going to be using is Citadel Stracken Green, and this is just going to be a quite heavy dry brush over Orruk Flesh that you've just done. So once you've finished that step, if you've done it as heavy as you should do, the model should look just like this or something similar. And next we're going to be applying a slightly lighter dry brush of Citadel Orruk Flesh. And if you have, like in my case, my model has certain places like here around the chest and the head has significantly more green than, for example, around this leg. So I think I'm going to ignore this leg for this next dry brush, but focus it quite a bit on the chest. So once you've finished that step, the next and final step that we're going to be doing today is a very light and selective dry brush of Citadel Moot Green, because this is a very bright colour, so you're going to want to be very selective, similar to the last step, but I'm going to focus it just around this chest and head area and on the back of this arm here, and maybe a little bit on the back, and then completely ignore everywhere else for this step, because it's just to create an effect that certain areas of the model's body have been more decayed than the rest. So now that is the end of this tutorial, and the end product should look something like this. Bit of the Orruk Flesh still showing through in certain areas, and then a lot of green around certain places. Around here it's very green, just to make it very decayed and zombified. And you can vary the levels that you do the dry brushing between models. For example, if you want some poxwalkers, if you're doing it on poxwalkers, you might want some poxwalkers that are slightly more human than others, and that's completely fine. You can do what you want with this. This is just a stencil of sorts to use. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you like to support us elsewhere, you can click the links below for our Patreon and our Instagram, where you can see some of our own work. And also, we've opened up the Discord server publicly, so you can go and join there if you like to. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.